Well, it is National Ag Week and a time to celebrate the past successes of the industry, but also look to the future. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock joins us live from our D.C. studio this morning for a view of that future from the nation's capital. Sarah?
Well, thanks, Janet, and good morning. Well, what is a somber day for agriculture really across the country, there was some glimmers of hope this week in the celebration of National Ag Week. And we saw that here kind of breaking through some of the news that's really it's been a busy news week here in D.C. for ag. But we saw in an event hosted yesterday by Deputy Secretary of USDA Steve Censky, kind of the perspective on the future of agriculture from 4 young people, all college age and below. Now, that included one high school student who won the National Ag Day essay contest and a 6th-generation farmer who's also a national FFA officer from Oklahoma, but also a couple of folks who took a pretty unconventional route to agriculture.
I went to our county fair in a pair of Crocs and tried to take my hand at showing some cows at the county fair in my nice, bright red Crocs. And you can imagine how that turned out and imagine how my feet smelled after that. So I think it's important to think about when we look at the agriculture industry that it doesn't matter where you come from, but everybody has a place here.
A playful story there from one of the panelists that I think really set the tone, and a tone that kind of surprised people at this event. That, you know, there's a lot of talk from these young people about inclusivity, about diversity, about talking to folks who ag hasn't really had a good opportunity to talk to in the past. And of course, we heard from another young woman on this panel who talked about, you know, she didn't know how corn was grown or how what a combine was until after she got to college, but coming and being able to work with farmers and producers, folks at USDA, and get her questions answered and really learn about the industry gave her the inspiration to now she's part of the ag industry, she's studying agriculture, and she wants to inspire young people who, you know, are interested in having a big impact in changing the world. She thinks agriculture is an industry where that can happen. So a really exciting day for agriculture, and one that I think can give people some hope in what's a challenging time for the industry.
You say that people in the room were surprised by what they heard from these young people. What seemed to surprise them the most?
Absolutely. You know, I think one of the things that really caught people off guard was that these young folks got challenged on, you know, on veganism, on documentaries and media that kind of purport this kind of negative view of agriculture. And these young people came right back and said, you know, there are those views out there. There are people that, you know, challenge the underlying kind of assumptions of the ag industry, but those are our customers, and we need to get out there and have those conversations. And these folks are not scared to have those conversations with the critics of agriculture.
All right. Well, Sarah, thank you very much for your insight this morning. Again, we'll hear more from Sarah on National Ag Week events.